Hello and welcome to lesson 21. Previous lesson we completed test by order function, and from our list there are 4 remaining to complete the Schwab client API. So today we will try to cover the two first from here: test by order, no price check, and calculate your budget. If we will be successful in a short time with the first one, we will go for the second one. If not, then we will left this for another lesson. So first one, test by order, no price check. Why do we need it? We need it to test the order placement when we already know the price or we even don't care about cost estimation. What's the difference between this one and the test by order? What will be the difference? Test by order, it checks the price first, shows estimated cost. This one, what you are going to build, skips the price check, places order directly. And when we will need to use that testing market order execution speed, or when API price endpoint is slow, unavailable, but orders still work. So without further ado, let's go forward and build the method. Method test by order, no price check. What will be? It will self, of course, then the symbol, which will be a string, and the shares, number of shares, which should be integer, and later it should return as boolean value, true or false. Alright, let's write down test by order function without price validation. We will start with adding a logger message. So logger info testing by without price validation. Well, first we need to establish, I need to get proceed counts, or just copy from the previous part. We are trying to get counts, and there is when the similarity with the previous method goes with counts self get a combo, and yeah, we get. Now let's add here if this one will not happen, so it won't return false, then let's add another info using count hash. And it an F string, don't know why it's not automatically. Okay, now what we are going to do, as we don't need to go over the price check, we will immediately place an order, a market order for some number of shares for some symbol. Self logger info placing market. You remember that the orders could be two types, right? We are going to operate a market order for shares And if we now want to proceed, result is self place by order symbol shares. One more thing I forgot to mention. While we're placing the market orders have tendency to be executed at current market price automatically. So if you think that would be beneficial for you, we can add another message here. Order will be executed by market automatic. Okay, this will be count hash, and now once we got the result, we are going through validation. If button result is, let's check. Yeah, here we are. We can simply copy this part. Else, and let's validate what we have here with if result and result is success. We are writing a message that the purchase was successful, and why not, let's add order ID here. Self logger purchase successful, and order ID is result order ID, and if there is no order ID, turn and a great. Just copy here, and here purchase failed. That's it. So let's go one line by line. First of all, we are getting account hash. It is basically the same as test by orders, no difference in here. Then we are logging whatever we are going to do, and just for us adding a note that this should be displayed, that for us to be ensured why order was executed to the market price, not limit price or something else. We just want to go with the market price. Order is placed directly by this method. We do not check with the difference with here is that we don't check the current price. We don't need it. Simply straight to placement, and then we are checking result. If it is success, display the message, and add the order ID. If you want, you can add here some logging showing how many shares and how many stocks you bought, but I believe this all is here already. And if not, just simply return not. Okay, how we are going to use this, the sample code for this will be something like client test by order price check, and we will provide this as a start name and number of. Okay, this done. Let's check how long is this time for covering the calculate shares for budget. It shouldn't take much long for us. Now, why we do need to calculate shares for budget? Because we established that we have $100 for our order, and we should operate within it. Our one order should not exceed it. We are thus implementing the method that will calculate how many shares with the current price we can afford, and it should, and a note that we do not want to buy fractional shares. For example, if we have $100, we do not buy a stock that costs $17.40, because it just won't be round up. It will be 574 or 73 shares, which we don't want. So it means that we can afford 5 shares, not 6. That's why we should do all this math in this method, and that will make our life tremendously easier. So let's proceed. Method, calculate shares or budget. Symbol, which is string, that will be integer, and I believe something went wrong. We do not hear shares, and we will not return the integer just now. Here we'll place our target. Excuse me. Target budget, which will load, and we want to have it coded because we change too much. $100, and at return we want to receive optional dictionary of pointers. Calculate number of shares to buy within the limit of 100 USD, rounded down. I cannot afford 6, so we will round down to 5 in my example. Like $100, stock is 735, 5.75%, which means that we cannot afford 6 because this is less than 6, but we should round down this to 5 and then understand how much we got money remaining from $100 budget. Let's proceed with the coding. Try current price. For this one price. So because for this is mandatory. It's the number of stocks, and it basically needs the current price to calculate how many stocks you can get with your budget. Get current price for the stock. If current price or current price is less than or 0. I don't know why my IDE decided to think for me today. Self logger error, or not current, but no valid price, because stock price, I never seen stock going under the zero, becoming negative, but I saw once the oil price going, oil futures going down and being a negative number. It was, if I'm not wrong, March or April 2020. So if this is the case, we are returning max share will be equal to integer target budget divided into current price. This method, integer, rounds down our, this part is rounded down with this function usage. Our result. Actual cost, in this case, we remember that we need to establish how much we spent and how much remains from $100. Will be current price multiplied by maximum shares. And if max shares are less than or 0, solve logger error. Cannot afford any share of, and let's add current price and return no. And our result here, let's rush into the completing the method, and we will go line by line at the end of it. Our result, which we will return, is equal to symbol current price, target budget, shares by will be maximum shares, actual cost will be cost, and remaining cash will be target budget minus actual cost. There we go. Now logger information, so logger info. Copy paste because we need a bunch of the data to be displayed. Purchase calculation for stock copy this and paste. Because we show each for each parameter what we got within this. And one is correct. Let's modify others. Stock price for symbol is current. Budget for the deal is, here goes target budget. Shares possible to buy. It will be max shares. Here compounded down. That was the impact of the method. Overall purchase cost, that would be our actual cost, and remaining from budget after purchase, this will be our remaining cash. So from the result, we are getting okay. And at the end are returning the result. Return result. And in the same line as our try, because this will require the specific return type, except self order error while calculating shares for symbol. Here goes symbol. And in this case, of course, we will return. Okay. Now let's wait for IDE to clean up old error messaging that it has. Try to avoid this. Okay. Now code is unreachable. Oh. indentation was no big deal. However, I thought it was something way wrong, way bigger than one intent gone wrong. Okay, this goes here. Okay, however, you will be learning on my mistakes, and do not do these mistakes on your own. Good. All of this to avoid any wrongdoing with the main code. Let's set what went wrong with this. Okay, results. One apostrophe went wrong and everything got crashed. Okay, now the explanation. We are getting the current price, as you can see here. Okay, missing article, no worries. We are getting the current price. If it's not reachable, we are stopping right there. We are calculating maximum shares and using the integer function which rounds down our results to make this affordable for us. Then we calculate the actual cost with the market price by multiplying max shares and the current price. We calculate, we handle the edge case. Max shares now is less than 0. For example, the stock that we like, price is $200, like Apple stock or Nvidia stock. Then we are just returning, we don't want to buy it. We are returning the result dictionary, and here is everything that the caller method needs to make a purchase decision. How many shares to buy, what it will cost, how much budget will remain from this one, because we are not looking for precise $100 bid to be completely used. And then we are adding detailed logging for us to be informed about what each of these values from the result dictionary that we just built is providing, and we are handling also an exception. The real example for this will be a line something like this. Calc will be client calculate shares for budget. The stock symbol will be AI, something around 20, and then goes 100. This will return us something like, let's assume AI stock price 35. Number of shares which is going to be returned will be max shares will be 100 17.35. All of this within the integer, which will make this which will make this return 5 as a result. So here we will get 5 share, now max shares 5, cost will be 1735, 8675, and remaining will be minus 86.5, which is roughly 13.25. So this was the scope of lesson 21. It was longer than I would want it to, but at least we covered 2 methods. Stay tuned and let's update this list. We have only 2 methods to complete the class, and I would rather spend 1 lesson per each of those, because those can be heavy and we will need to go deeper with those. Stay tuned and see you at lesson number 22. Thank you. Bye.